All right, shall we? Let's get some voice.
난 꿈이 없었지 내 가사처럼 맨날 그런 식 내게 답을 주지 못했던 함수와 방정식 그것들은 결국 수많은 해가 되었네 그 빛으로 뒤에 숨은 별을 볼 수 없게 해 그렇게 하루하루 날 죽여가며 두도 없이 한우 등급 같은 숫자 노름에 종이를 매달려 난 그저 성공하고 싶었어 남들에게 지겹게 들었던 말이 그것뿐이었어 행복이라 신기는 거기 잡혀있을 줄 알았지 하지만 책상 앞에 난 단 한순간도 행복하지 않았지 어머니 몰래 무제지 사이에 백질이 꼈네 좀 베이스에 맞춰서 내려가던 나의 정체 성적표 받을 때와는 다른 숨쉬는 느낌 1등을 해도 내 마음은 늘 편치 못했었지 남들이 원하는 걸 꼭 원할 필요 있는가 한평생 한이 담긴 한숨 쉬며 살기보다 하늘 떼어내고 그냥 숨을 쉬며 사는 길을 택했어 나 손가락질했네 얄팍한 나의 주위에서 내 꿈은 나의 목소리 모두에게 주는 것 내가 어떤 모습일지라도 내 음악과 가사로 이걸 듣고 있는 내가 어떨지 잘 모르지만 날 욕해도 좋아 결국 너도 날 또 찾게
I already have a theory about this song. And I'm going to tell you what it is, and then we're going to let it play, and I want you to see if you feel the same way about this theory. First song of the album. First song, Junie's first mixtape. It's just the piano, and it's him just kind of going. Like he's literally just word vomiting. This sounds like, if we know Junie, even young Junie, as introspective as he can be, this sounds like he sits down and says, before I can really do this, I just need to get all of this out, and then I can start. Tell me what you think as this goes on.
될 테니까 그래 7년이 지나도 5만원짜리 마이크로 여전히 방 한켠에서 혼자 만들어낸 믹스테이프 Some say I'm fake 그래 인정한다 나의 흑역사 변명할 수 있지만 안에 다시 그딴 일 없을 거야 Yeah I'll be real 이 순간 내가 절실히 바라던 일 7년간 밟아오던 페달에 드디어 기름 채워 You can kill Come take it if you do wanna piss at me 오직 음악으로 말해 딴 분야 따윈 일 없지 If you really think you're ready to fly With my power this is what all is about Feeling the time is now 나의 목소리에 볼륨을 키워 알 수 있게 내게 닿을 수 있게 다시 한번 나의 목소리에 볼륨을 키워 알 수 있게 내게 닿을 수 있게 난 몰래 나의 목소리에 볼륨을 키워 알 수 있게 내게 닿을 수 있게 다시 한번 나의 목소리에 볼륨을 키워 알 수 있게 내게 닿을 수 있게
Now, do you see what I mean by that? I started to try to read the lyrics, and it was just, the screen is 11 inches from my face. I couldn't read it fast enough, and it was too big in my eyeballs. I could see like one letter at a time. So I ignored the lyrics, and I went for the sound. And that's what this feels like to me. This feels like Junie says, I just need to get this out before I can really start. So that being said, I want to read the lyrics real quick. I want to see what he's saying and see if that theory lines up in any way whatsoever. Because musically, that's what it feels like. Just listen to this one part real quick. Listen to how he's saying it. It's not a rhythm. It's just an explosion of words.
난 꿈이 없었지 내 가사처럼 맨날 그런 식 내게 답을 주지 못했던 함수와 방정식 그것들은 결국 수많은 해가 되었네 그 빛으로 뒤에 숨은
Okay, so he just kind of starts going. Now, once he really gets moving, it's just emotional.
꼈네 좀 베이스에 맞춰 음악과 가사로 이걸 듣고 있는 내가 어떨지 잘 모르지만 날 욕해도 좋아 결국 너도 날 또 찾게 될 테니까.
Like he's literally just getting it out. So let's see what the lyrics say. I didn't have a dream. It was like that every day, just like my lyrics. Functions and equations that couldn't give me any answer. They eventually became many harms. With that light, they prevent me from seeing the stars hiding behind them. Killing myself day by day like that. I occupied myself all day with being graded with meaningless numbers like beef gets grated. I just wanted to succeed because that's the only thing I was told by others so much that I almost got sick of it. The mirage called happiness. I thought it would be held there, but sitting at my desk, I was never happy, not for a single moment. I secretly hid a blank sheet of paper between the pages of my study book without my mom's knowing. My identity that I wrote down along the sound of drums and bass, the feeling of breathing that is different from that of receiving grade reports. Even when I was at the top of my class, my mind was never at ease. Is it absolutely necessary to want something that others want, rather than spending my whole life letting out sighs of Han? I chose the path where I take Han out and live by simply breathing. And as a reminder, Han is a mix of sorrow, nostalgia, anger, pain, and hope. All the shallow people around me pointed their fingers at me. My dream is to give my voice to everyone. No matter how I look and where I am with my music and lyrics, I don't know how you'd feel listening to this, but it's okay even if you curse at me because you'll eventually look for me again. Yeah, though 7 years have passed, still with a 50,000 won mic, this mixtape that is created by me alone in a corner of my room. Some say I'm fake. Yeah, I admit my shameful past. I can make excuses, but I won't. Such a thing will never happen again. Yeah, I'd be real. This moment, the thing that I wanted desperately, I'm finally oiling the pedals that I've been stepping on for 7 years. You can't kill. Come take it if you do want a piece of me. I only speak through music. I have no interest in anything else. If you really think you're ready to fly with my power, this is what R is about. Fella, the time is now. I secretly raise the volume of my voice so that you can know, so that it can reach you. I again raise the volume of my voice so that you can know, so that it can reach you. Well, I have to say, I don't know. I don't think I was that far off. I think with what he's saying, that feels right. It feels right that this, I mean, when he talks about the corner of his room, when he talks about sitting at his desk and the blank sheet of paper in his study book, this to me feels like this is what he has to do to get it out artistically. He's got to put stuff out there, and then he can start to assemble it as the album goes on. He referenced Nas in here earlier. I guess one of the lines I saw. So there was wordplay here. With that light, they prevent me from seeing the stars hiding behind them. Note on the wordplay used for the previous 3 lines. Could be interpreted in many different ways, and I can think of 3 interpretations that are most relevant in this context. Given that the first line talked about functions and equations, it could be the value of an unknown variable of an equation. It could be this, which means harm or damage. Lastly, the sun. My interpretation, thus, is functions and equations couldn't give me any answer, but only became many harm to prevent me from seeing the stars hiding behind them with that light of the sun. Okay. Interesting. See, generally, the first song of an album has to set the stage in some way. Now, I say has to. It should. And this feels spot on for Junie. Junie is exceptionally good, especially now as he's older. He's exceptionally good about introspection, processing, potentially reframing if necessary, and then articulating all of that whole process. He's great about that. And what I love about this, and it being 2015 when he wrote this feels perfect Junie. Let me throw all the pieces out there, and then I can start to put them together now that they're out there. So now I'm going to be really fascinated to see the arc of what this album does.